Imagine getting a text message tomorrow morning. It's from your bank, and it says this: you just received $1,000. No job, no boss, no hours worked. Your first thought would probably be, what did I do to deserve this? But here's the strange part. Thousands of ordinary people already get this exact message every single month. Not lottery winners, not trust fund kids. Just regular people who understood one idea most of us were never taught. And once you understand it too, you'll never look at money the same way again. Let's talk about what actually happens when you reach $1,000 a month in passive income, and why that number changes something deep inside your brain, not just your bank account. Most people think passive income means doing nothing and getting paid anyway. Like money is falling from the sky while you sleep. That belief sounds nice, but it's actually the reason most people never get there. Here's what usually happens instead. Someone hears the term passive income. They get excited. They buy a course, or download an app, or start a side hustle they saw on social media. A few weeks in, it feels like work, because it is work, and they quit, telling themselves passive income is a myth made up by people trying to sell something. So they go back to trading hours for dollars. One job, one paycheck, one source of income that disappears the moment they stop showing up. And deep down, a quiet fear sits underneath all of it. If I stop working, even for a month, everything falls apart. That fear isn't irrational. For most people, it's true. But it doesn't have to stay true. And that's where this $1,000 number comes in. Let's break down what passive income actually is without the hype. Passive income is money that comes from something you built or bought once that keeps paying you without needing your time every single day. Think of it like planting a tree instead of picking fruit from someone else's tree every morning. Picking fruit daily is a job. Planting a tree that eventually grows its own fruit season after season is an asset. A dividend-paying stock is a small tree. A rental property is a bigger tree. A digital product you made once and sell repeatedly is a tree too. None of these grow overnight, but once they're planted, they don't need you standing there every day picking fruit by hand. Now here's the part almost nobody explains. Simply, passive income is never truly zero effort. There's almost always upfront effort, or upfront money, or both. The word passive doesn't mean free. It means the effort happened earlier and the payoff keeps happening later. That single shift in understanding is what separates people who actually build passive income from people who quit after 2 weeks expecting magic. So why does $1,000 a month specifically matter? Because $1,000 is usually the point where passive income stops feeling like an experiment and starts feeling real. Below that number, it often feels like pocket change, a few dollars here, 20 there, easy to ignore, easy to forget about. But somewhere around $1,000 a month, something shifts. That's often enough to cover a car payment, or rent on a small apartment in some cities, or groceries and utilities combined. And once passive income can cover a real bill, your brain stops treating it like a hobby and starts treating it like a second income stream. That's not just a financial shift, it's a psychological one. Here's the insight most people miss completely. Money you earn from a job feels temporary because it's tied to your time and your energy. The moment you stop working, it stops coming. But money that arrives whether you worked that day or not feels different in your mind. Psychologists call this a shift in perceived control. Suddenly, you're not just trading hours for survival, you're building something that works even when you don't. Let's use a simple story to make this real. Picture someone named Daniel. Daniel works a normal 9-to-5 job, and like most people, his entire financial life depends on one single paycheck. If that job disappears, everything disappears with it. Daniel isn't reckless with money, he's just never been taught anything different. One day, Daniel puts a small amount of money into a simple dividend index fund. Not a lot, just consistent, boring, unglamorous contributions every single month. For the first year, almost nothing happens. The payout is small enough to feel pointless. $10 here, $15 there. It's tempting to stop. But Daniel keeps going, mostly out of stubbornness. 2 years pass, then 3. And slowly, the numbers start compounding. Not just from Daniel adding more money, but from the investment itself growing and paying him back a little more each time. Eventually, Daniel checks his account and realizes something odd. Just from dividends alone, he's now receiving over $1,000 a month. He didn't work more hours to get there. He didn't get a raise. He built something once, added to it patiently, and let time do the heavy lifting. Here's what changes for Daniel. And this is the part that matters more than the money itself. He starts making different decisions. When his company goes through layoffs and rumors spread through the office, Daniel isn't panicking like everyone else. He's not financially free yet. Not even close. But for the first time, losing his job wouldn't mean losing everything. That shift, from fear to calm, is the real prize of reaching $1,000 in passive income. Not luxury, not quitting your job, just breathing room. This is where most financial advice gets it backwards. People assume passive income is about getting rich. It's not, at least not at first. It's about buying yourself options. Every dollar of passive income is one less dollar you're forced to earn through your own time and energy. It's the difference between working because you have to and working because you choose to. There's a deeper psychological trap hiding underneath all of this, and it's worth naming directly. Most people delay building passive income because they're waiting to feel ready. They think, I'll start investing once I earn more. I'll build something once I have more free time. I'll figure out passive income once life slows down. But life rarely slows down on its own. And the people who eventually reach that $1,000 a month mark almost never started with extra time or extra money. They started small, on purpose, before they felt ready. Because they understood a simple truth. Passive income doesn't reward people who wait for perfect conditions. It rewards people who start early and stay consistent, even when the results feel invisible. That's the part that separates the story of someone like Daniel from someone who never begins. It's not intelligence, it's not luck. It's the willingness to plant a small, unimpressive tree today, instead of waiting for a forest to appear on its own. So what should you actually take from this? First, stop thinking of passive income as one big leap. It's not about suddenly owning 10 rental properties or building a business that runs itself overnight. It's about stacking small, boring, repeatable sources of income until they add up to something real. A little from investments, a little from something you created once, a little from an asset that keeps paying you back. Second, understand that the first few months will feel pointless. That's normal. That's not failure. That's just what compounding looks like before it becomes visible. The tree doesn't look like anything for a long time. Then one day, it does. And third, remember why this actually matters. It's not about the $1,000. It's about what that $1,000 represents. Proof that your financial life doesn't have to depend entirely on you clocking in every single day for the rest of your working life. Here's the thought worth sitting with. Most people spend their entire lives trading time for money. 1 hour at a time, one paycheck at a time, hoping that someday things will feel more secure.